KCB Foundation. Good morning, Joplin.
Morning, Do.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good to be back here.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Good to see you. The year is coming to an end, but that means that as people wake up to the new year, there's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered in terms of what they're going to do into a career, into education. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Dennis wants to welcome you with today's proverb.
Today we're in Nigeria. Yeah. Specifically speaking to the people of Yoruba. Yeah, Yoruba speaking people. And this is the proverb. Where you sit when you are old reveals where you stood when you were young. How would you interpret it?
Wow. I wish I was there. But from Kenya, my understanding of that proverb is that the kind of choices you make while you are a young person reflects on you or on your well-being or on your status as you grow up. That is my interpretation from Kenya.
What you do today will be seen in the future.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. All right. The KCB 2jiajiri program is no, guest or visitor to us or mystery to us. But we want to know, again, just by way of reminder, before we go into, specifics of the development program and how things may have changed, what is KCB 2jiajiri? What is that program?
So KCB 2jiajiri program is a youth empowerment initiative that was started in 2016. The main focus is to address the issue of youth unemployment in the country and across East Africa, where KCB has a footing. So the program focuses on skills building, entrepreneurship support, as well as linkage to markets and access to credit. So we enroll participants straight from those who need those skills through scholarships. We also encourage those who are running businesses to also enroll with us to get entrepreneurial skills, enabling them to expand their businesses. But most importantly, we are able to link them to the bank to also access credit that enables them expand their business ventures while creating employment opportunities for the young people. Yes.
Okay. So when you talk about the young people, who's eligible?
Our main focus when we talk about the young people is those who are aged between 18 to 35.
Okay.
But doesn't mean that we are also leaving out those who are above 35. We also have programs that are specifically targeting those ones. But 2jiajiri main focus is those aged between 18 to 35. And the reason why we are really interested in this age category is because we understand that this is actually the prime. And as you just talked about the proverb,
yes,
that whatever you do or whatever kind of decisions you make while you are young reflects on you as you grow up. So this is a very prime age. So if you make the right decisions at that age, we ensure that you will prosper in your life. We'll be able to change communities. You'll be able to support livelihoods, support your family, and at large support the community's overall growth.
As you talk about investments into the young people, right? So here now, the next question would be, which would be the sectors that you're tapping into? Like, I'm a young person, I'm out of high school, maybe I'm unable to go to college, or I'm in college but I don't have a job. So then how do you tap into them, and in what sectors are you focused on?
Yeah, so we support young people in various sectors, largely in construction, in manufacturing, in automotive, ICT. We also do what we call personal care and beauty, support on catering, as well as hospitality. We also support in agribusiness, a very key sector in this country. We support young people in creatives. And we have seen a lot of demand coming from young people around creatives and ICT, and we support young people in that area. How you are able to enroll to the program is we normally run recruitment drives on a rolling basis throughout the year, inviting young people to actually join the program. And once you are able to see those adverts going through our social media, going through our websites, you can be able to enroll. We have partnered with counties. We have partnered with the NGCDFs across the country. We have also partnered with various sector players, private sector as well. So we are working all with all partners who are actually interested in empowering young people. Yes.
How have you seen that this has impacted on people? Give us some of the things that you've seen that have been done through the 2jiajiri program and how it has affected people.
No, yeah, I think it's very interesting, and the kind of lessons we are getting and the kind of lives that are being impacted there outside there for young people. We have seen several young women actually now taking up skills on personal care and beauty. If you look at the most beauty parlors across the country, some of those young people have actually gone through our program. They are able to earn a living now, and most importantly, is that besides just getting the earning capacity out of that skill, they are able to take care of their families. They're able to take their children to school. They're able to take care of their health, as well as taking care of their parents as well. And besides that, you understand that the community, for it to grow, we need leaders. We need leaders who have a purpose, who have a focus. So the program also supports young people to have what we call leadership skills, enabling them to actually contribute to the growth of the economy. You will see across the country, if we have there's a quite large number of young people. If actually you walk across the town during weekends, okay, who are taking photographs in town. Those are young people who have come through 2jiajiri. We have skilled them in photography. We have skilled them in beauty, and they're able to support themselves through that skill.
Yeah. So, you see, I remember there's a while back we were having discussion with some of 2jiajiri success stories, those that have gone through that. And one thing that stood out is the fact that it is not just that you're getting here to get a skill, but there is the aspect of being mentored. There's someone who holds your hand and takes you throughout the entire process. And with that, you find that an individual gets in knowing very well in terms of my deliverables, because it is a competitive process, and just the fact that you have someone holding your hand and showing you the ropes in the industry and how to go about it is important. And one asks the question, why did 2jiajiri, KCB Foundation, take that route in terms of you have applied, you are successful, and even while at that, we will hold your hand to ensure that you become a success story?
Yeah, when you realize that mentorship is a key component of growth and support, and quite a number of young people actually are starting businesses, but they don't have mentors who are supporting them through that journey. One of the key aspects or key skills when running a business is the skill of resilience. Okay, and for you to build resilience, because businesses have ups and downs, you need mentors who can be able to walk you through that journey. Okay, that sometimes business can be good, sometimes business can be challenging, but that's the nature. At long last, the business keeps on growing. Okay, so mentorship is key, not only in businesses, but also even in the journey of self-employment. We have quite a number of young people who have employed themselves. Okay, but they need mentors. How do they use the money, the small money they get every other day, because they don't earn a salary? It's a daily income. How can they save? Okay, so that they can be able to grow themselves and be able to expand. So mentorship is key. The program actually has mentors across the country, especially those who are running businesses. We are able to mentor those young people. They're able to join our KCB Biashara Club. They're able to join our KCB Flame program. All those platforms enable them to, one, build some resilience, two, access networks. Because it's one thing to start a business, but then it's another thing actually to know where to get the supplies, to know where to get the market. Okay, because businesses is a controlled environment. It is about who knows who. Where do I get this at a cheap rate? Where do I sell this at a good profit? So building that network is through the mentorship program, and that is very key as we grow businesses in this country. Yeah.
So how do folks get into the program? Because, we can talk about them. We've had, we've listened to the testimonials. We've heard about people who've been through the program. They've come out of it and then been able to set up their own businesses or enter into, a solid career.
Yeah.
How do people get into the program? They may be making plans to get into it in 2026. How do they?
Yeah, that's a very good question, because we are actually going now to 2026. People are starting reflecting on what they have done and asking themselves how can they improve their lives in the next year. So to join 2jiajiri program, it's very simple. One of the requirements is to just have an ID. Okay? Then you are able, if you go to most of our websites or our social media platforms, we do run on rolling basis scholarships. You are able to apply online, actually. The applications are actually online. You can be able to apply. We will reach out to you once we make the application. We send you an SMS that we have received your application and you are invited for an interview. Those are the ones that are seeking access to skills. But there are also those who are running businesses still, but they also want to join the program for mentorship. They want to join the program for the entrepreneurial skills that we're talking about. We also run rolling scholarships or rolling applications every other month. And still these young people who are running business can actually apply, and we reach out to them. And we invite them. We send an SMS that we have received your application. We will be able to reach out to you. Okay. We work with partners across the country because youth employment requires all of us working together. We have partnered with counties across Kenya. Those are also other avenues you can be able to reach us through applying. But also, we have KCB branches across the country. Okay, you can walk into a KCB branch, ask about 2jiajiri program. You are able to know how you will be actually be told the steps you will take for you to join the program. Yeah.
So you see, the beauty about 2jiajiri program is the fact that you have partners, right? So here you have the GIZ, you have NGCDF, you have NITA. And the reason why I'm talking about these partners is because when you talk about scaling even further, there are these other institutions who would give that which KCB does not have. But it's through working together that this now becomes a success. And you talk about these partners and look at NITA and the certification that comes after the fact. And this not only just assures that this person has gone through the rigorous process, they're now fit, but it is a document that I can come and say, Joblin, these are my credentials, come uko na job, nipatie. Just so, in an aspect of just looking at that, how has that changed the game in terms of individuals who are out here and have something to show that they are qualified?
Actually, we 2jiajiri is mainly focusing on you getting the skill, but most importantly, can you be certified?
Yes.
Because jobs are outside there. Most important thing is, do you have a certification to show that you're actually qualified? Okay. Another thing is, skills change, demands change, the market changes. Continuous improvement and certification is necessary. Okay. We believe that those who have gone through our program and have been certified, their earning potential actually goes up. Okay. If you go to a construction site, the first thing the foreman will ask you, do you have a certificate? Okay. That's the only way they can prove actually you are skilled. Okay. We have gone an extra mile as 2jiajiri to support even young people with toolkits. So that if you are going to open up a hairdressing parlor, okay, or shop, okay, we also provide you with toolkits to enable you actually kickstart that process. If you are a plumber, for example, okay, we know what the plumbing trade requires. So we give you a kit. So once you go through our program, you're given a kit, you join the market straight. Okay, and you are certified. So you are very, very well equipped. Okay, if we look at the current market rate, if you don't have a certificate, traditionally we call them mtu wa mkono. Okay, you are only paid 400 shillings or 500 shillings per day. if you are a fundi, what we normally call fundi, okay, meaning you are a certified artisan.
Yeah.
Okay, you're earning potential moves to 1,500 per day. So the importance of skilling and getting the certificate is key because it actually improves your earning potential. Also, it provides confidence for the person who's giving you the job because then they know that they're dealing with someone who actually has the skill, they have a way of proving. Okay, and you are paid equivalent to that skill as well. Okay, the reason why people are underpaid is because they are not able to show that they are actually skilled or certified. But if for example, I have a problem with my my kitchen, and you tell me I'm a plumber and I'm been certified by NITA, actually, I'll think twice when I'm trying to think how much do I pay you. You get? So the importance of skills is, and certification is very important.
So we're saying that what it does is actually, if somebody does show you a certificate, that the likelihood of you to value their service to pay more for it then increases?
Correct.
Okay.
Because then you are sure that you are dealing with a credible person, someone who's certified, someone who has a skill. Okay. So that is actually and that is the mindset that is outside there. Okay. People have jobs, but they are asking, whom do I give? How do I prove that they have the right skill?
Yeah.
Let's talk about partners that you work with. The GIZs, MasterCard, you know, NGCDF. How critical are they in the success of the program?
Yeah, the issue around youth unemployment is a big issue, a big problem. Actually, it's a big challenge to the country. And every other year, we are channeling out young people out of high school. We have quite a number of young people who actually drop out during the education process, from maybe at high school level or at the primary school level. All these young people need skills so they can join the market, job market. Okay, we believe at KCB Foundation we cannot be the only ones who can handle this problem. We need more players. We now, one of our partners, critical partners, MasterCard Foundation, they are really interested to see that young people are able to live a dignified life by earning something. We have GIZ also as one of our partners who are supporting young people to actually get skills. And we are talking about actually up-to-date skills. We are talking about solar. We are talking about green economy, green businesses. So we're talking about partners who are also bringing more value. The importance of private player partners is key because they support the program in helping these young people to get internship opportunities, attachments, and work placements. We have several partners who are working with that are enabling our young people to get the experience while they are still undergoing training. So we believe through these partnerships, we are able to scale. The reason why 2jiajiri is actually working very closely with the government entities, both at the national level and the county level, is to look at the resources that are available, both from the private sector, from the development world, but also from the government. Okay, because the government is a big contributor. So we are able to partner with those counties, asking them invest in youth empowerment. While they are still undergoing training. So we believe through these partnerships, we are able to scale. The reason why 2jiajiri is actually working very closely with the government entities, both at the national level and the county level, is to look at the resources that are available, because the need is there. If we run an application, because now this December, the young people should actually watch out. We are running applications across 9 CDF in the country. We are running application for Suna East, Suna West, Moroni, Matayos, North Hor, you see, Kinango. Those are currently actually running. Okay, the number of applications we get is so big, we are not able to meet that demand. So that's why it is important for every other partner. And this is a rallying call that every other partner needs to come in, whether the private sector, whether the public sector, so that we can be able to address this issue and support young people to actually gain a skill, to actually run businesses and grow our economy. Yeah.
Okay, so which institutions then take on these courses and how does it actually work? So when they apply for the 2jiajiri program, and it's 6 months, of training in a skill, but which institutions are they going to? And if you have applications in Migori, Tuna East, wherever the case may be, are they in institutions within those counties?
Correct. 2jiajiri is really the last mile program for skilling. And we are positioned in that way that that's why we have partnered with counties, because counties they are the ones running what we call village technical centers, VTCs. That is a center that is nearest. It's a walking distance to your village, within your village. Okay? You are able to access that skill within that village. Meaning we are able to reduce your cost of actually getting the skill. We are working with national TTIs across the country. Our partnership with the CDFs is that in each constituency, there is a national TTI that is linked to the CDF. Okay, so in Suna East, there is a TTI within the constituency. So these participants who are going to get this scholarship will go actually within their constituency and access the skills.
Yeah.
We're also working with other private partners across the country. Okay, we have partnerships with the likes of Vera, with the likes of Ashley's, with the likes of Kibondeni. All those are partnerships that enable young people to actually get the skill next door. Okay, so that is why it's important actually to have this kind of level of partnerships so that we make skilling to be affordable. Okay, skilling that actually is responsive to the young people's needs. Look at the young girl who was a child. How do you tell them to move away from their home to go to a different place to get a skill? Where do they leave their child? That's why it's important we are saying, let's have these partnerships closer to the young people where they are, closer to the villages. Yes.
Remember, there's this individual we were talking to. He was a beneficiary, and he used to work as mtu mkono, as an electrician. And through the program, after graduating, he managed. So he continued working here for this guy for a while. But now because he was certified, he started getting better pay, and because he was also being mentored, he started saving better, and he started his own shop. Electrical shop.
Yes.
And through that he became an entrepreneur. So he had his own gig as well, where he started running his company, going to people, doing electricals. And this speaks of the success that is 2jiajiri, right?
Yes.
And when we talk about that, so we have how many have gone through the program, how many jobs have been created, if these are statistics or numbers that you do have.
Yeah, so the program is really impactful. And since we started the program, close to 40,000 young people have received scholarship opportunities to get skills. Over 37,000 young people who are running businesses have been mentored. They have gained capacity building around business development services. We have actually supported the access to credit to the tune of 2.3 billion for those young people who are running businesses with support from KCB Bank.
2.3 billion.
2.3 billion. So that is the level of impact that this program is having. And through that support, over 150,000 young people have managed to actually get job opportunities. And that is the scale of the program. Yeah.
How do you monitor if the program has been successful? If the 6 months through which one then is in class and getting practical learning and knowledge, and then they come out, is success getting a job? Is success starting a new business? What is success of the program and how is it measured?
Success for the program is looked at two levels. And the first one is, are you able to get employment? Are you get a job? Whether self-employment or a direct employment. Okay, meaning you are able to earn something. But we follow through. What are you doing with that fund or money that you're actually earning? Very important for us. Are you able to improve your life? Are you able to create jobs for others? Are you able to actually pay school fees for your family, for your children? Are you able to support your family through that skill, through that opportunity? Another way we are looking at success is for those businesses that we provide business development services. Is the resilience that we are able to pay. One of the critical issues that we are dealing with is the issue of young people starting business and closing within 1 year. Okay, 90% of the business that start close within 1 year. Okay, so the resilience that we actually build through the program is one of the successes we look. How many of our business that we support are actually able to sustain themselves for a longer time? Okay, so that is very important because we believe by young people starting businesses, they're able to create more jobs so that we're able to meet the demand that is actually coming every other year. We have 1 million young people joining the job market every other year who require jobs. So we believe through businesses is the easiest and the only way we can be able to address this issue. So the importance of having a thriving business sector is very important. Okay, people who understand how to run businesses, how to model them, how to grow them is actually very important.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned 37,000 people who've gone through the program.
40,000 for scaling,
Yeah.
and then we have supported 37,000 businesses.
Okay.
Yes.
37,000 businesses supported, 40,000 who've gone through the scaling. Are you able to, do you see from those numbers how many people have entered into, whether it's employment, started their own business? Are you able to see from that
Yes.
percentage?
I talked about in terms of those who are earning
Yeah.
out of our support is close to 150,000.
Yeah.
These are young people who have jobs that can be attributed to
the
program.
programs. Yeah, so you can see the direct line between
yes,
the two. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, based on that, and if you take some steps back, that if you look at the broader society where we talk about job and lack of jobs, unemployment being an issue, does it affect then the kind of programs that you set up? Because you've mentioned hairdressing, you've mentioned motor vehicles, you've mentioned mechanics, you've mentioned, photography along those lines. We've seen some of those things.
Yes.
Are these courses that you're given matched with the vacancies that there would be in society where you need certain things? So are you making the decision of what courses to offer based on what gaps there are in the society?
Yeah. So normally and that's why it is important to have partners. Yeah, and when we are collaborating with these partners, we actually undertake research. Okay, and we also talk to the private sector, especially because private sector is the one that creates jobs. Okay, through our business arm, that KCB Bank, we are able to understand actually what the market requires, because these are people who are running businesses. Okay, they tell us, by the way, we need hairdressers. We need young people who can actually deal with Caucasian hair, for example, because we have seen a flux of tourists at the coast, but there's no skill around dealing with Caucasian hair. So we go back, recapitulate, then look at what college or what TVET can help us address this skills gap. We have updated market requirements. For example, the way we are doing ceiling for the house is different. Things have changed. These days, talk about gypsum.
Yeah.
Okay, the way we're doing our tiling has changed. Okay, that skill is what now we go take back to the colleges and tell them, this is now what the market requires. Update your curriculum. Okay, we're talking about now solar. Okay, it was never. It's that no one talked about solar 10 years ago or 20 years ago. It's an in thing now. We're talking about running what you call green businesses. Okay, those are new skills that we actually take back to the schools, to the colleges, and then you have to update this. And that's why the mentors are very important, because the mentors talk about what they're actually doing, what the market requires. So they're able to talk about the actual need. If it's even the business, okay, you have to model your business to what the market requires now. So we are getting you a skill around hairdressing. But then when you go to the market, you need to know what does the market require. And that's why the mentors now also come in to support that journey.
2jiajiri is to Kenya. KCB, one associated with Kenya. But when we talk about the foundation, we know KCB is domiciled in Kenya but has branches, right? And when you talk about skills, and especially being in a Jumuiya, the East African community, that would mean that a skill that I have in Kenya should be able to work in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, And with KCB then being a regional bank, and the foundation being there, do we have such programs in partner states, such that if I live here with the certification from KCB, if I go to Rwanda, I'm able to just show it up and have that backing?
Yeah, So the foundation, and 2jiajiri is a flagship program for KCB Foundation. So it's a program that runs across the 7 countries where KCB has a footing. So when you go to Rwanda, we call it Ijire program. Ijire is 2jiajiri. Ijire is a Kinyarwanda word meaning 2jiajiri, self-employment. When you go to Burundi, we call it Iteza Imbere. Okay, it's 2jiajiri, the same. So when you go to Tanzania, it's 2jiajiri. Okay, so this program, the skills that the young people actually get can be applied across East Africa. We have quite a number of young people who have come from Tanzania who are actually doing jobs in Kenya. We have young people who are coming from Burundi, okay, who can give their skills in Kenya here. So the skills that we provide are actually updated and required across that market. We have young people who are running businesses, for example, cross-border businesses. When you go to Uganda border in Malaba or in Busia, we have young people who are running business, what we call cross-border business. Okay, so and we support all that, whether you are in Uganda or you are in Kenya, because we know that once you build your capacity, whether you're in Uganda or you are here, you are able to grow, because this is a community. That's what you're saying. It's East African community. So we transform communities in East Africa, all over.
Okay. What happens if somebody wants to be given the opportunity to scale up? Can you do the 2jiajiri program twice?
So we normally say that 2jiajiri gives you what we call a boost or a kickoff. Okay, we give you the opportunity, the first opportunity. The kind of mentorship that you will go through, we believe that you will be able to earn a living. And we expect through the training, and that's why important, we will normally be mainstream decision making, allowing you, once you have the skill, you're able to upskill yourself. So we normally give you an opportunity once. We have tried also to give opportunities for upskilling, because we realize that there are those markets, new trades are coming in, so someone needs to be upskilled. So we also give opportunities for upskilling, but on a need basis. But 2jiajiri main focus, because the demand is high, is let us give you the first boost. Then from there you're able to propel yourself, you're able to invest, and that's why the trainings around investments are very important, savings. So you're able to invest and continue upskilling yourself.
You know, for a product that is so competitive, for a function that is so competitive, it goes to speak that it's just not anyone who would show up and get an opportunity. It is that competitive. But even while at that, then there are stopgap measures for those who've been given an opportunity, that as much as it is a scholarship, you must do your part. So it is not joyriding here. You're here to do the work. You'll be here to ensure that you become a success story that we want you to see. Just speak to that, to just the rigorous nature of this program. Yes.
So even from the onset, we normally, when you are running these applications or recruitment drives, we normally conduct interviews. And we try as much as possible to really understand why did you really apply for this scholarship? What is your purpose? What is your focus? How will you use that skill to improve your life? So it's a rigorous process and very competitive. Okay. Secondly, while you are still in the college or while you are running the businesses, there is a continuous follow-up. How are you doing? Okay. How is this improving your life? Are we seeing changes in the way you even look at things? Okay. So it's very competitive. It's continuous and rigorous monitoring, and that's why we insist the issue of internship as well, because through internships we are also we're able to monitor you. Are you applying the skill? If you are earning during internship, what are you doing with that money? Okay, are you using it to improve yourself? Are you using it to actually take care of your families? A rigorous process and it's a lifetime journey. When we say once you're in 2jiajiri, you are a 2jiajiri alumni and member. You move from skilling, you go to business development. From business development, you join now what we call the Biashara Club for KCB.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a live membership for you to be in 2jiajiri and in KCB.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long would you want this to continue? Because we also see that in society that the opportunities, or rather the need, far outweighs the opportunities, whether it's at education or then the work level. But with time, you see that the more you do, the more you're able to. Is this something that has a lifespan, or is this something that is there that you would want to keep there for as long as possible?
What I can say is that every program has an end at some point. But until we meet, until we see that we have been able to achieve what we intended to, that is when we can say now we can try to address something else. But as long as the issue of youth unemployment is still within the country, 2jiajiri still remains very relevant. Okay, and we continue providing those skills. The issue of running businesses is key. The survival of businesses, the growth of businesses. Okay, the profitability of businesses is key. And we cannot say that there's a time that businesses will be self-sustaining, that we don't have gaps around business development. So we continue supporting these young people until there is an improvement. And we'll continue, so long as the need is there. And actually, what I can say, when you go back to 2016, 2jiajiri then and 2jiajiri now is very different. Okay. Because this thing keeps on, what I can say, changing. Okay, the employment sector keeps on changing. Okay, the business environment, the business keeps on changing. So there will always be gaps. And that's why 2jiajiri is always there to always address these changes. And it's going to change as also life changes, as the environment changes.
You mentioned earlier that whenever you have these individuals, even when you are now releasing them to finally go to the trades that they are taking, that you give them tools, and that is a boost in terms of they will focus on them doing well, and even when they get out, you give them what one would say is a starter capital.
Yeah.
Go ye and shine, you know. And I remember back then, some of the partners you are working with, so I am into plumbing business, I want a drill, and you provide that for me. I am a mason, you'll give me a trowel. If I am into kinyos, you'll give me that machine.
Yes.
And how is that a game changer for an entrepreneur and a newbie who's getting into this world of being an entrepreneur and being a successful at it?
Toolkit is actually a game changer. One of the barriers to employment or self-employment is the issue of tools. Actually, you can have the skill, but because vocational skills is around artisan, being an artisan, meaning there's a tool that you're supposed to use to do the job. Okay, so if you don't have the tool, you can't do the job. Okay, that's why I brought in the concept of can we toolkit these young people as they complete their training, because it gives you a straight linkage to the market.
Yes.
Look at a plumber now. They can finish school, but because of the toolkit they require, it actually costs between 70,000 to 100,000. That is a big amount for a young person who doesn't have a job. Okay, so for him he has a skill. He saw the toolkits in college, but then when he goes to the market, he needs the toolkit so that he can be able to do the job. If he doesn't have the toolkit, no job. If he doesn't have the toolkit, anakuwa mtu wa mkono. In short, lower pay. You get? So we said, let's give toolkits so that it accelerates your transition to work. So a plumber today, when they graduate, and these toolkits are given competitively, and they're able to get tomorrow, the only thing he needs is a phone and the toolkit.
Yeah.
You see? And let me tell you, even for us who are giving jobs, if for you yourself, you require an hairdresser. Okay. The young girls who do nail making.
Yeah.
We have young girls actually who walk to homes.
Mobile services.
Mobile
so it's called.
services.
Yeah.
So they come with a
home service,
toolkit set. So that's how we are changing, and that's how the toolkit is actually changing the way we are doing business and creating employment. So they're able to come to your place with a toolkit. If we didn't give them that toolkit, then they will not come. You will be forced to actually go to where they are, and sometimes a challenge still. Yeah.
So what are the guarantees that somebody who then finishes the 2jiajiri 6-month program and then is looking for funding to start their business, what's the guarantee that they'll be able to get the funding that they need? Because we also know that those who are contributing to the economy by way of MSMEs, the biggest hurdle to that is access to credit. Or finances, not just credit, but finance as a whole. What's the guarantee that they'll be able to get something? If this person is hell-bent on starting their own business because they know they can do it, they are now armed with the tools that they need in terms of knowledge and comprehension, and then they need something that's going to then establish that. What is the guarantee that they will be able to get it after should they apply?
The reason why we started the entrepreneurship component of 2jiajiri, that is the business development services, was to ensure that those young people who have that vision, as you have mentioned, who want to run businesses, they are supported. I talked about businesses closing shop within 1 year. Okay, our role is to support these young people. Once they start the business, do they know how to manage their cash flows? Do they know how to do strategy, business strategy? What is their profit plans or strategies look like? Once we build that capacity, these businesses are able to grow. The bank comes in. Okay, they are able to actually evaluate these businesses. Because of the mentorship, because of the training, already these young people will have what the bank requires as a way of evaluating them to access financing. And that's why we have linkage very close to the bank. Because we believe we understand what the bank requires or what financials require. Okay, and we actually mainstream that kind of training and capacity building to address those barriers that actually lead them not to access financing. So once you go through that training, I can say comfortably that you will be able to be evaluated, and with certainty you are able to get a facility, because then we will have done what we call a de-risking approach early enough, enabling you to circumvent some of the issues that loans or applications that lead to declines. So with certainty, you will come out of the program knowing this is what the bank will require so that they can give me a loan. So you are prepared. And the lack of preparation for young people who are running business is what leads to loan rejections, loan declines.
And it's one of those things that's handled in the program, isn't it? In terms of how to then manage funds when you get them.
Yeah. How do you manage funds? Even how do you do an application for a loan? Okay. And how do you prepare your business for capital injection?
R&D is important. And you've mentioned the fact that when you're offering the training, you go to the market and you tailor make everything so that it fits to what the market requires, right? So this means having conversations with the technical colleges, vocational colleges, so that they can tweak their curriculum to ensure that once this individual gets out, they are ready for the market. You've mentioned sealing, nowadays you do gypsum. So if you are doing it old school, there is no job for you. So how critical then it is to even have conversations on a larger scale, Ministry of Education, so from the word go, because now we're talking about ECDE and we know the pathways that shouldn't be taken. Perhaps this is a larger conversation to be held so that even when you talk about partners, Government of Kenya, perhaps one of the bigger partners to come on board.
The government is actually a big partner for 2jiajiri program. And we believe through research and development, we're able to bring in what the market requires. I mentioned that 2jiajiri, what 2jiajiri was in 2016 is very different now. And those changes are informed by the leadership, or the thought leadership and the research mostly with our partners. We collaborate very closely with the Ministry of Education, with NITA, looking at what courses they are providing, even the length of those courses. The reason why 2jiajiri is designed to be a 6-month course is it's not just from anywhere. It's also from research that young people, because of the nature of young people, the gratification, what I can say, gratification.
Microwave gratification.
Gratification. Okay. A young person does not want to stay in school for 2 years. They have needs, and that's our environment. Things you have to have airtime. You have to have internet. That's the environment. That's how things have changed. Before, no one needs money to buy bundles. Okay, but this young person needs to communicate. He needs money. So 6 months design was to enable that we address the issues that are responsive to these young people. We don't need to keep young people for 2 years, 3 years in school while they need money to sustain for themselves. So we believe in research, we believe in partnering, and that's why key partners like MasterCard Foundation, key partners like GIZ, the Ministry of Education, NITA, come in because they are the thought leaders around what is happening and what needs to change. Okay. Even we go back to the CBE framework, we introduced the issue of ICT in 2jiajiri. Okay, we have the KCB Scholars Program also that supports young people's scholarships in high school. So we are actually working with a broader ecosystem to address this issue. Yes.
Okay, so then even as you look at this program and what it's been able to do for people over time and what it's been able to do for young people, so you say there's a current call for applications going on. When do they start in this next batch?
This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your day.